Welcome to my Connect 2 roulette algorithm. This one is really simple to use and a ton of fun. It also has the potential to clean up once it gets on a run. When I showed everybody my game history on my YouTube channel, this was one of the roulette algorithms that I was using. So you may want to pay attention. I'm going to show you how to use the spreadsheet, and then we will play a practice session so you can see the algorithm in action. All right, first thing we're going to do is come over to this section here where it says spins and start entering in the numbers that come out. As we are doing this, I have set up a counter box right over here that will go up or down depending on which numbers you enter. Sometimes this counter box will be blank, and that's okay. We want to wait until this counter box reaches a number between 25 and 40. When that happens, the counter box will light up green, signaling you to bet. You will place a chip on all of the numbers that light up green over here on the roulette table layout. The reason why we are waiting for a number between 25 and 40 is because when I ran through thousands of spins with the conditions I have set for this spreadsheet, the average number of spins before a back-to-back hit was 32.8. So I figured 25 to 40 is a good range for that average. So once this counter box lights up green and we are within the 25 to 40 range, that is considered a sequence. We are aiming for back-to-back hits, and we don't necessarily need to press our bets all the time. We can freestyle with our betting amounts depending on how much we're up or how much we're down, as you will see in the practice session. Let's go ahead and enter in some spins until the counter box reaches a number between 25 and 40. And yes, you can enter in 0 as well, as I've made it a regular number, just like the other numbers, okay? And there you go. The number is within range 25 to 40, which means the counter box is now green, signaling us to go ahead and place our bets. You can see some numbers light up on the roulette table layout, and that is where we will place our chips. Nice and simple. We will only be using 3 sections: the spins that come out, whether our bet won or lost, and the chip size we used to put on each number. So let's say number 13 comes out. That is a loss. So we will enter 13, L for loss, and if you put $1 chips on each of these numbers, you would go ahead and enter 1. If you put $2 chips on each number, you would enter 2. If you use $5 chips on each number, you would enter 5. Everything else is automatic. You can see that if I put $5 chips on each of these numbers, we would be covering 12 numbers, as you can see here, and we lost that bet, so we lost a total of $60. All right, let's say the next spin is number 29. That would be a win. The beautiful thing about this algorithm is we are only covering 12 to 13 numbers. So when we lose, we would be down $60 per spin if we're using $5 chips. But if we win, we would make double the amount at $120 if we were using $5 chips. So let's say we get a sequence of lose, win, lose, win, lose, win. We would actually not need to press our bets because we would be making profit. That is why I left the betting amounts as a freestyle option. We are going to gauge if we're up or down and press our bets or not press our bets accordingly. All right, let's say the next spin is number 7. That is a loss. Next spin, say it's 33. That is a win. Check it out. I don't really need to press the next bet because we are up for this sequence at the moment. We've lost 2 $60 bets, but we've won 2 $120 bets, which means we are up $120 for this sequence so far. and we have the counter box still lighting up green, which means we can continue placing bets. Let's say the next spin is number 26. That is also a win. And check it out. That last sequence is now over because we've hit back to back, and the new sequence has now begun because the counter box is still lighting up green. It is at number 25, which means we would go ahead and place our bets, but now we have new numbers being shown on the roulette table layout. So we would go ahead and cover all of these numbers until another back-to-back hit. Very easy to follow. All right, now that you know how to use the spreadsheet, you can go ahead and give it a try, or you can stick around and watch me play a practice session. All right, so let's go ahead and start our practice session. I'll be using $5 chips on each number. So we're gonna go ahead and record some spins until the counter box lights up green. All right, guys, the counter box is lighting up green, so we are ready to go. I'm gonna place $5 chips on all of these numbers. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, here we go. All right, number 10, that is a win. All right, so since we're up $120, I'm not gonna press my bets, right? We're using common sense here. So let's go ahead and rebet and spin. Okay, and right off the bat, this sequence was a success. Number 11, that is a win. All right, take a look. The counter box is showing no bet because the number is at 12. So let's go ahead and keep recording spins until the counter box reaches range 25 and 40 once again. Okay, it took a little while, but we finally got the counter box to light up green once again. Check it out. Our last sequence was over here. All right, so sometimes you have to be patient. We can now start our second sequence. All right, so we're gonna place chips on these numbers. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Let's give it a spin. This is sequence number 2. All right, number 23, that is a win. Again, we are up, so no need to press my bet here. We're using common sense, remember? Number 12, that is a loss. And this section over here will always display your high. So our highest for the session has been $360 so far, and we are at 300 at the moment. So it's good to keep an eye on that, right? So the counter box is still green, which means we can keep placing bets here. All right, number 17. You see that, guys? A win-lose-win situation, which means I don't have to press my bet once again because our new high is $420. And to be completely honest here, I would end the session for the day right here. I would be happy with $420, okay? But since this is a demonstration, we are gonna keep going until we get a back-to-back hit for this sequence. So let's spin. 28. Spin. 32. Do you see this, guys? What I was talking about earlier, win, lose, win. We can keep going for this sequence and no need to press our bets here. So let's spin. Number 33. I actually forgot to enter in my chip size here and here. My apologies. So 33 is a loss. Okay, let's keep going here. 16, another loss. 7, another loss. 34. 24. Remember, as long as the counter box is green, you can keep betting here. All right, 14. That is a win. Okay, so check this out, guys. We are currently at $300. Our high was 480. What you can also do is go for a half press. All right, so instead of taking my chip size from $5 to $10 chips, I can go ahead and maybe make it a $7 or $8 chip. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that, a half press. This is why I made it a freestyle option. I want you guys to use common sense and your own style. All right, so let's go for a half press here. And if we hit this, this sequence would be over. Spin. And there you have it. We do hit the half press. Okay, my chip size was 8. Remember to enter that in correctly. All right, and our new high is 492. Take a look. The next sequence is already ready to go because the counter box is still green. All right, and we have a set of new numbers here to bet on. But as mentioned before, a profit of 492 would be fantastic for the session. So I would actually go ahead and end the session, hit reset, and start over. You don't want to be recording spins for too long. When you have a solid profit, I highly recommend resetting and starting over. All right, so there you have it, a quick demonstration of the algorithm in action. Even though I used an RNG for this practice session, I don't recommend you using RNG. Always stick to a live dealer, whether that's brick and mortar or online. That is my Connect to Roulette algorithm. Go ahead and give it a try. I am very excited to hear your feedback. Ciao.